Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the E13 podcast. Tonight I got myself Hector, also known as CN6. And with me, I got Hav.
Yo.
And Jazzy.
What's up?
Jazz on my knob. And
This motherfucker.
tonight, we're going to be reviewing Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire. Or is it New Empire?
The New Empire.
The New Empire.
Yeah, the New
bitch.
Empire, yep.
And yeah, we've been waiting for this one, guys. Excited, definitely after we saw Monarch, after we saw that, we've been looking forward to this one. But before we get into it, guys, I'd like to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at E13 Podcast, or go to E13podcast.com. You're going to see all of our links through there. Make sure you follow our second YouTube channel called E13 Clips. That's where we'll upload all of our clips. You know, if you don't have time to listen to the whole podcast, we'll post all the highlights through there. Make sure you follow our main page called E13 to stay up to date with any geek news and films, TV, and video games. The socials are at E13, or go to E13vision.com to find all of our socials. All the links we down in the description. Man, but with that being said, Godzilla, man, the new Godzilla, girl.
Yes, sir.
So, damn, man, I've actually been kind of hyped about this one, just because after Monarch, I'm like, you know what, Monarch was actually pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Monarch was not bad at all.
Yeah.
And I guess first thing, I forgot. We're gonna do a non-spoiler section for this movie, guys.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go ahead and jump into the spoiler sections.
Mm.
So, what do you guys want to start off? We want to start off with
What, the trailer?
how hype were you guys? Like,
I would say hype. Because with, after seeing Monarch, going into that show, I didn't really have any expectations. I guess what I was expecting out of that show was it to be another, I guess, average movie, like how the past movies have been in the universe now. So when that show, was a pleasant surprise, I guess kind of my expectations were raised for the movie. And so I was more hyped than usual compared to the other previous movies in the universe. So I was kind of looking forward to this. I don't know about you two.
yeah, what about you, Hav?
For me, I was hyped because it was another Godzilla and Kong movie. And I knew I was going to see some monster fighting, and that was going to be cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't think that the human element in this would be as good as Monarch, because we are dealing with different directors and writers than the people that worked on that project and in this one. So I wasn't super looking forward to the human element. I wanted to see like maybe where it would go. I did notice that in the trailer they didn't bring back Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh yeah, what happened to that?
And the Russell kid from Deadpool 2.
Oh yeah, dude.
And in my opinion, that's kind of the plus in my opinion, because like their characters in the last movie.
What the fuck did they even do? I forgot.
They just accompanied that
they were palling around with the podcast dude in this movie.
Yeah, that guy.
Those two kids were with him in the last movie.
Yes.
And the chick with the deaf girl was working with Monarch in the last movie. They were like separate. They were two separate posses that never crossed paths until the very end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But they were off doing their own little things. But for me, I had a feeling the human element wouldn't be as good as Monarch, because they were dealing with different directors and different writers. But I was just like, literally, and I've never made it a secret. I even told you guys off pod that I'm literally clocking in for the monster fights. And the human element could go either way. We'll just see what the fuck happens. And I have a lot to say about when monsters were not on screen, man. I have a lot of thoughts as to what the fuck was going on.
I was ready to cook.
When monsters weren't on screen, it was just terrible.
When monsters were on the screen, I became a monster.
You're dumb as that.
but
Hobzilla.
Yeah, for real.
Godzilla, bro, that's funny. But the things that you want to say, is it like non-spoiler friendly, or you want to say that for the
No, it's not
section?
spoiler.
Okay, cool.
It's not spoiler, but like
okay.
I know how to tread lightly where I won't spoil anything. I mean, I'll obviously go into more detail in the spoiler section.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess the only proper way to do this is like how we always do it, in like categories. So we have to like break it down one by one. I guess we'll talk about the main title characters, right? What did you guys think of the monsters? What'd you think of Kong and Godzilla overall?
I think it was the highlight, man, of the fucking movie, bro.
That's facts.
We got a lot of monster shit.
That's facts. Mm-hmm. That's facts.
And I've noticed we got more monster shit, less of the human shit, from compared to the.
You think so?
compared to the other. Which movie was it?
Godzilla versus Kong.
I would say so. Yeah, compared to that movie. Yeah, we got more monster shit compared to that one.
I'm trying to remember the human element. Fuck.
I mean, for Godzilla versus Kong, bro, I will say Godzilla and Kong, this new one, right, the new Empire, we did focus a lot more on like Kong and Hollow Earth and shit. So
Yeah.
that is true. And then you meet like that tribe of apes that are underground and shit that you see in the trailer. Like that is true. You do see more Hollow Earth stuff in this movie than you do in the last one.
It's just more fights. We've got more fights, more monster fights in this movie than the last one.
That's true. I would say that.
And that's what I think is a plus for me, because I don't really give a fuck about the other characters, like Millie Bobby Brown, the other dude from Deadpool. I didn't really care, bro. I just don't care at all. And so that's a plus. I liked Godzilla looked dope.
Godzilla my goat, bro. I don't care. I was Team Godzilla from when they were fighting each other, man.
You were Kong, right? You were Team Kong?
No, I don't know. I was
Yes,
Godzilla.
you were.
No, I
yes,
wasn't.
he was. Wasn't he Team
I
Kong?
don't
No,
You
I
were
was
Kong.
Godzilla.
I was
bro.
Kong.
Yeah, you were Kong. I was Godzilla, bro.
Nah, dude.
Oh,
no.
switching up,
no,
girl.
because this is the same ordeal with Planet of the Apes. Nah, just fuck with Kong, because the whole like, what you mean us is like he's close to us as humans. Godzilla not closest as humans.
What?
You know what I mean?
That's a weird argument, Mario.
I never said that about Planet of the Apes. The reason
It's an example. No, Planet of the Apes. You said that you hate the apes.
Yeah.
How they ruling over us.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. But with Kong and Zilla, the ape is closest to us.
It's a human, yeah.
So I feel more connected with that than Zilla. I could have sworn you did that. You made that argument.
crazy.
But if not, I mean, I guess I don't know if you switched up or not.
Godzilla,
Fuck.
bro.
It was a long time ago. Back in what? 2020?
Fuck, was that when that movie came out?
2020 was when Godzilla vs. Kong came out.
That's
Damn, it's been 4 years.
Yeah, girl, it's been a while.
Fuck.
I remember we saw that shit.
I saw it on HBO Max.
I forgot how we.
I came home from fucking.
We saw it in my crib.
Oh,
You
no,
did?
no. It was 2021. 2021.
Oh.
Because I came home from fucking third shift, bro, at work. And I watched that shit at fucking like 9 in the morning.
Oh,
On HBO Max, bro.
That's fucked.
Fuck.
I would have been sleeping, bro.
Yeah.
But Godzilla looks cool, man. Kong looks cool. Hollow Earth looks cool. You could tell all the money that they made, man. They put that bitch
Towards the CGI.
towards the CGI, man.
Good.
Because it looks good.
Yeah, man. I will say, though, as much as we did get a lot of fights, I will say that there was a negative in the fights that I saw, and that is that, like, just
that?
like every other fight, every other MonsterVerse movie that we've had, Kong, Skull Island, Godzilla movies and shit, that there's always a big fight at the end, and I will say I feel like the big fight that happened in the third act in this movie is not even that exciting. I felt like it just kind of seemed generic compared to what we've seen in the past movies. So despite there being more monster fights and more, I guess, humanity behind Kong's character, I felt as though it wasn't all that spectacular. Like, the fight scenes, I feel like it's all the more same shit that we've seen before. Only this time, like, they were ripping through cities and buildings a lot more than what I saw in the last movie, I feel like. You know what I mean? But I felt like the monster, like, while it was a highlight, I'm always going to clock in for monster fights because they just look cool and shit. I will say that the fight scenes in itself felt a little more generic. I didn't see a bunch of crazy shit go down like I did when I saw Godzilla King of Monsters, or when they fought each other, right, in 2021. I just feel like the monster fights itself was just not that cool. Another thing I want to touch on while we're on the while we're on the monsters, is that one of the big things about Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire was the marketing. I don't know about you guys, but I saw a lot of marketing with posters and teaser trailers about them building up the Scar King, which was going to be the big antagonist. He's like an orangutan titan, one that has blue glowy eyes and shit, and he has that fucking like whip that like it's chained on like what looks like a spine of an animal, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know about you guys, but I saw a lot, like there was a teaser trailer that I saw, a very ominous ass fucking trailer of the fucking Scar King on a throne, and his eyes are glowing. It's like a silhouette, and the camera pans back and it's like all these freaking skeletons of monsters and shit, and at the very end it's the skulls of Godzilla and Kong. And that like was a teaser trailer, and it was teasing that this next villain was going to be business. And then you see the trailer, and like a lot of people were pointing out that he had blue eyes, that his eyes glow just like Godzilla. Oh shit, he's gonna be as OP as Godzilla, maybe even more, and that's why they're teaming up type shit.
That's
blah
what I
blah
was
blah.
thinking.
And so In the marketing, there's a lot of hype behind the Scar King as the villain, but I felt as though watching him on the movie, I feel like this motherfucker was nowhere near the hype that it deserved. I feel like he was very underwhelming, and I feel like he didn't really do much.
Yeah.
And I was trying to wonder, like, okay, so what about this motherfucker makes him OP? And there is something that comes up in the movie, but it's not shown in the trailer, so I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil it. But there's something that happens regarding that motherfucker that I'm like, okay, I guess you could say he's OP, but that's only because of this. But that isn't so much because of himself.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people were theorizing. I'll admit, I even theorized that because he had the blue eyes like Godzilla, that he would have his own form of atomic breath.
That'd be dope.
That laser shit. But, like, he doesn't really do much. You don't really
like
see
coming
him
out of
do
his
it.
eyes type shit.
Yeah, some Cyclops
Oh, that'd be
shit.
crazy.
Like, I thought it would be something like that, but I don't know. Me personally, I felt like the antagonist, the Scar King with a K, right? Because they were trying to be cool or whatever. Scar King, I felt like he was very underwhelming. For as much as like they hyped him up to be the next big bad, and that's why Godzilla and King Kong got to join forces and all this bullshit, I honestly found Mecha Godzilla more menacing than this motherfucker. I found Ghidorah. I found King Ghidorah. I found Rodan, like the other monsters from the previous movies. I found these motherfuckers way more threatening than Scar King, to be honest. I feel like if we were to line up all the different Titans, like the main ones, not like the ones you see in the background or whatever, like the ones that posed a threat to either Kong or Godzilla, Scar King is probably the most forgettable in my opinion.
But yeah, I mean, I agreed, bro. I was expecting a lot more from him. And like I said, we can't really get into it, bro, because it's spoilers.
Do you think the trailer purposely kept his scenes vague because he didn't really do much?
Probably.
But they edited it in a way to make it seem like he was the most menacing mother effer in the world. You know what I mean? Like
I'm gonna be real, bro. Like the only reason we can't talk about it because it's spoilers. The only reason why Godzilla was there was for that other reason.
That's
facts. I'm gonna be honest. Kong could have. I'm not gonna say it because it might go spoilers.
Yeah,
but it's true, man. Like he didn't really do much, bro. Like, he didn't really. If anything, I thought like when I first saw him, I'm like, oh, is this the guy or not? Like I was kind of confused a bit. I'm like, oh, is this the guy? Oh, I guess it is. But he didn't seem as like menacing to me. He didn't seem as strong. He was just OP for that other reason. Plus that what is that?
That whip. That whip that he
had. Whip or some shit or whatever. But so yeah, I definitely agree, man. It was he was definitely underwhelming. I think actually Mario on the car ride home, Mario was actually mentioning about the fights. You want to talk about that? But you were saying the same thing, I think. What Happy was saying.
Or like how all the fights are basically the same. Is that what you're talking about? Oh well, like I was kind of telling him that like if they were to make another movie, I feel like these fight scenes would just get repetitive in terms of emotion that you make the audience member feel. Because I'm just like, all right, they're always in some city. They're always in like fucking up some city. It's always killing people like by because as I'm watching this shit, I'm just like, dude,
I'm just thinking about the people getting murdered.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm like the rebuilding must be like insane. Like this is years worth of rebuilding. Like they fucked up Spain, Godzilla. Oh, not spoiler. Fucking Godzilla fucked up Rome, Rio de Janeiro. I'm just like, bro, these are like big ass cities that they are destroying. Like you can't live there no more. Like you gotta relocate all these people.
There's
right?
a specific scene that where Javi and I reacted. That was so funny.
Like, I can't wait to
funny
hear
as
it.
shit, dude.
But the reason why I think those things is because like these fight scenes no more are exciting me because you didn't build them up well. And not only that, you said you were disappointed with Scar King. I was disappointed with Godzilla.
Well, no, that makes more sense. No, that's true though, because Godzilla in this movie doesn't have a lot of screen time.
Bro, he's like
this movie will focus more on Kong than anything else.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed in Godzilla because I'm just like, okay, I get it, you're showing love to Kong, but I'm just like, why keep Godzilla the same? If you're gonna make Kong more of like, how I perceived it is that they're trying to make him more of like a lovable character, like oh he defends the humans, he's on our side, whatever the fuck. Why not switch it up with Godzilla and make him more of like oh he only does shit in favor for him, like he's what's the word I'm looking for? He only does shit to benefit him, I guess you can say.
An anti-hero.
And there we go. That like we're
Godzilla
like
being an anti-hero.
Yeah, like make him evil or make him be like I'll help you out because this is benefiting me, not because I want to do it out of the goodness of my heart.
Because Godzilla's always been like evil, essentially.
It's like they dip their toes in it, but then they pull it back.
So you're saying like, I mean, I always thought of Godzilla that way though. I thought of him as like an evil, like whatever anti-hero. He does whatever he wants.
Well,
I mean,
the thing is that with Godzilla, he essentially is, bro. But this version of Godzilla, the Americanized Godzilla, made him more into like a
somewhat
a
good for a guy.
hero, the one that fights the Titans and shit.
That defends Earth.
That defends like that
Surface
defends
world.
Earth, and that defends exactly because in the previous movies he has fought other Titans that posed a threat against him and humanity. You know what I mean? And then fucking the only reason why he fought Kong. What do you mean, man? Kong's a good guy. We've seen
Because he
Kong's.
don't know, yeah.
It's because he didn't know who the fuck he was, and it was territory. They even explain in this movie it's a
Yeah.
territory thing. As long as Kong stays in Hollow Earth and he stays up here, they're all good. So he literally just sees this fucking Titan because you see, like he has this third sixth sense. He has
Yeah,
this
he
sixth sense where he
senses.
just senses the presence of another Titan. He goes and seeks him out and fights him in their hood, and it's like, yeah, bro, like you're not supposed to be up here. So when Kong fucking pulled up and shit, he sensed that shit and he fought him. That's why they fought 3 times in that movie, which was fire. Honestly, the fights between Godzilla and Kong in the last movie were more exciting than any fight that I saw here.
bro.
And honestly, the best fight, in my opinion, didn't have to do with Scar King. It was like that little scuffle they have in Egypt, which you see in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
They have a little scuffle where fucking Godzilla, who was it, Godzilla? No, it was Kong. He pulls that fucking WWE move.
Yeah.
That shit where he like puts him on
Yeah, I
his
know
shoulder.
what
Dude,
you're
that shit was fire. And I was having fun with that. But kind of I'm going to piggyback over what Mario's saying, and I'm going to be honest, bro. I kind of see these Americanized Godzilla Kong movies, the monster versus they call it. I need it to be like Fast and Furious. It has to be where like the monster fight scenes have to top themselves from the last movie. Otherwise, like he said, it's gonna feel repetitive. How many more buildings and like all this bullshit can you throw at us till it starts to get stale and boring?
Yeah.
But if you were able to spice it up, switch it up a little bit, it still feels entertaining. Like watching fucking Kong do a WWE move on Godzilla and shit. Like it's funny, it's still ridiculous, but it's cool to watch.
Yeah, I know what you
I
mean.
feel like you need like new stuff like that would fucking spice up the fight scenes and like make them new and interesting, because like the whole thing where it's like monsters fighting in a city, that literally happened in the last movie when the robot Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla pulled out and shit like that, right? The whole thing where in the third act Godzilla and Kong have to team up to fight a greater evil, that also happened in the last movie. So it's a lot of rinse and repeat of what we saw in the last one. Only difference is Godzilla doesn't have as much screen time. He's off doing a side quest, which to the plot is understandable what he's doing and why, but I don't know. I feel like I would have enjoyed it more if there was more Godzilla palling around with Kong instead of him showing up for the third act fight. Which when you watch the trailer, you kind of figure out like, oh, let me guess, Godzilla he'll pull up like later on type shit. Like you kind of piece it together. But yeah, I agree with Mario. It does feel a little bit boring and stale and
I
repetitive.
just want them to show more love, bro. I'm just being
No,
honest.
right,
Like after
understandable.
seeing the Japanese
And
one,
to
I'm
be
just like,
honest,
bro,
dude, I'm gonna be honest,
what it
bro.
could be.
Like I've heard that Adam Wingard, which is the guy who directed the last 2 movies, this one and Versus, right, the one they versed each other. He said he wants to make a third one, but once again, he wants to have Kong and Zilla in the same movie. And I feel like what would probably benefit the MonsterVerse if we separated them and
a
have
little
them
bit.
face their own fights type shit.
Yeah.
You know, like I understand, like the thing is, like I understand why they teamed up here, because they hyped up the Scar King to be as this fucking great ruler and big ass Titan, but he wasn't really all
What
that.
they could have, what could they have done is that whole theory shit. What if he had his own powers?
That's what
What if he
bro.
had like the laser shit?
That's what
And
I'm
that was like,
saying.
oh shit, we need Zilla.
Yeah, dude. Like, what the fuck?
They
like,
should have done it like that.
How
but
else?
no,
Like,
man.
why would the teaser trailer tease? Obviously, we knew they weren't gonna die. Obviously,
Or-
but the teaser trailer showed the skulls
Yeah.
of Kong and Godzilla. I was like, oh, what the fuck? He has some sort of secret power that could disintegrate motherfuckers down to the bone. We didn't even see that.
Yeah.
That's not.
Or I have another idea, but it's spoiler. We'll get to that. Fuck, I gotta remember.
No, I got you, bro. I got you.
Because I have other ideas of what they could have done to make it more like high stakes and get you involved. Like, oh shit, because it's just you guys are right, man. It was kind of generic, even though there is a lot more monster scenes. I like that. W.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay,
another
for
W
people.
is how it focused more on a lot on Kong. We
Yeah,
see
that was
Kong in
good.
Hollow Earth, and like we see him like just trying to adjust and like
Different animals.
You know, I like
Fuck
that.
all
Like
that,
you
yeah.
show more humanity with him, and like how he befriends that little ape thing, like that little
He's an
kid.
ape.
But like, and like a lot of people thought he was gonna play a bigger role. He's just
don't
kind of
know.
like a sidekick. He's like literally a Robin. He's literally like Robin from
Yeah.
Adam West era Batman. I feel
That's
like
true,
he's just
yeah.
kind of padding around doing just little shit. There was no necessity for him, but I guess he's there because marketing, right? Because toys. Because Walmart's got to sell the baby Kong toys, I guess, right? That's literally the only reason I see why that fucking ape was in the movie, to be honest. I mean, do you guys have any final thoughts as to the monsters? I want to.
Monsters. I mean, they're.
I have another subject.
Fuck, it's another spoiler. But
I get.
There's
I mean,
one cool
without
thing.
going into
Ooh,
the spoilers, the new additions of the monsters. What did you think? No, without saying them.
New addition.
Like,
Like
just
the
like the-
upgrades? Oh, well,
the-
we've seen them. We see it in the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer you see like
We saw that
him
one in
getting
the-
the glove. You see like the
one in the
whip
lake?
shit. The lake.
That little, the lake.
That
where-
lake scene.
That lake scene
With
with
Kong?
Kong. Yeah.
Oh, well. That's,
Oh, I mean that's not.
Like when you see small additions
Well,
like that,
sure.
I
You
like
see,
them.
you see
like-
other Titans because we are on Hollow Earth, and you see
Yeah.
other monsters. But to me, they're kind of like whatever, bro. Like they're just like, yeah, you're gonna encounter that. It's like when you go to the jungle, you see an anaconda. Well, you're gonna encounter that.
Because what
To
I was
me, I
gonna
don't
say is that I like how they mutate like two species and put them together. I think it's really cool. Like
yeah,
one
but
thing they do well is like they always introduce new Titans really well. Like like that's unique.
so I
that's
guess the
cool.
overall world design.
Yeah, and
like-
creatures.
For me, Mario, I know what you're saying, and I do appreciate that. But the thing is, bro, is that this is not our first time down in Hollow Earth.
That's true.
I've seen it, so I do appreciate it. But at the same time, I appreciated it a couple movies ago.
Okay.
So for them to keep showing it, to me, I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's like when you watch an MCU movie and the world's ending. You're just like, yeah, I've seen this over and over again. I've learned to kind of accept that this universe contains that Avengers level threats that are world ending. That to me, that's how I see your shit, Mario. Like I've seen
Okay.
this. Like, I've been to
No,
Hollow Earth quite a few times in this fucking universe.
Yeah.
I've seen this bullshit. Like,
Alright.
you know what I mean? That's just me though.
No, that's good.
Maybe, what else with the whole?
The monsters.
There's one cool monster shit that happens. It's spoilers though. We can't
Yeah,
talk
we'll
about
save that.
Yep.
We'll save that.
What else? We already talked about the world design. Looks pretty cool. Generic scenes, generic fight scenes.
Did we talk overall
think-
story?
No, we're just
trying
touching
to-
on the monsters.
Yeah, we're
Just
trying.
monsters?
I'm trying to see if we talked about everything. I think that's
Yeah.
I think that might be it
If
for the
that's
monsters.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
In that case, I was gonna say now let's flip the script and go over to the humans.
Hey man, I don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, let's give
Yeah.
more than that. Let's try to give more than that.
Yeah, so I guess okay with the humans, man. I forgot about that whole situation with the girl, like her being her only.
Honestly,
survivor
bro.
of that tribe
So
shit.
she was introduced in the last movie.
I forgot about
when
that.
Zilla and Kong fought each other, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was in the last movie, and to be honest, bro, when I heard about that, I was just kind of like, "What? Like, so you mean to tell me that there's human civilization down in that fucking Earth that's dominated by monsters?" To me, it just sounds like okay, and this is my fucking problem, bro.
It's like why can't
Like every fucking franchise is falling victim to like trying to be more than it is, like expanding their universe to like such great extent when you don't need to. I kind of liked it when Hollow Earth is a world dominated by Titans, but now you're telling me that
civilization?
human beings in a civilization were living down there, motherfucker, and they like worshipped the monsters. And to me, I'm like, bro, you're just doing too much. And on top of that, we communicate telepathically.
Oh,
Bitch,
that was crazy.
bitch.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What the fuck? Like, you just make faces. What are they saying? And then the bitch has to talk in sign language. And it's like,
Yeah.
nah, man, this is just too much now. Like, y'all are trying to be bigger than you actually are. Like, what is like, it feels as if like there was no structure. It kind of feels like Disney Star Wars. I know Mario's gonna feel like that. It just feels like they were making the story up as they were going with
Like, yo,
each
what else can we
movie.
do, bro? What else can we do, man?
Well, fuck it, bro. Let's just add people in that shit, like
And
a
make-
civilization,
and make them blue.
and make them blue, and they talk telepathically. And it's like, but in the last movie when we went to Hollow Earth, they never mentioned that. Who cares, man?
Who cares, bro?
It's an easy dub, man. Look at the match of the box office numbers. That's all the reasons you need. You need $1 billion. You need 1 billion reasons why, girl.
This opens up opportunity for another movie. What you mean? We could dive even deeper. We could dive even deeper. Guess what? We'll have another planet where there's more animals and have humans over there, and we just bro. What's it? Crisis on Infinite Earths, bro. Like
Just mash them all together.
smash them together, bro. Just smash them together. There's a different Earth with a complete Earth with all monsters type shit.
No way. Get the
Have
fuck out
it
of here.
crash into our Earth.
like a meteor.
Like a meteor. But that other Earth, there's humans there though. but they're more advanced than us.
And it's like, why? Okay, but here's the thing, right? Jokes aside, I'm gonna keep it real. Ready for this? Okay. Class is in session. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all.
Okay, keep it real high.
I know why they introduced the civilization, and I know why they introduced the little deaf girl who's psychically like talk. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This psychic bitch.
Is there lore?
No, it's not lore. It's just that
okay.
let's kind of break the fourth wall and think about it through a director/writer's perspective. Let's say we're working on this movie.
Okay.
Essentially, you needed this civilization. You needed these human characters, this civilization, the psychic girl. Essentially, let's focus on one character. It's the psychic chick, the little girl, the one that only talks in sign language.
Yeah.
And she's the one that's like the tribe chick, right? The one that like, couldn't fit into Earth. Mm-hmm. This girl is literally the connection. She is literally, if you notice, she was the translator between the civilization people who don't speak English and the people that are from our Earth that do speak English.
Yeah.
And a lot of the movie, when it dealt with the human elements, was a lot of exposition dumping. It was a lot of just explaining shit. I don't understand how coming across an ancient cave with carvings on the wall, that bitch gave that whole monologue of who the apes were and Scar King and all this bullshit just based on like what it felt like was exposition dumping.
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
that
how
was
do,
funny.
but it's like, how do we like, it's like the director and the writers were like, how do we like explain to the audience though, like that Scar King's the shit? How do we do that? Well, let's just get the human characters to go down to Hollow Earth and like find ancient carvings. It's like, but how do they find it? They just stumble upon it? It's like, well, we did mention that fucking psychic bitch in the last movie, right? What if she came from a family? What if she came from a family? And like that family is a civilization of people. It's like, well, like, damn, now we have to introduce a whole civilization. And they have like weird rituals where they like dump shit into water and like waterfalls and crystals and all this shit. And it's like, and they worship the monsters, and it's like they have ancient carvings like the Mayans did and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why all the extra shit? Like, can't we just have the monsters fight? Like, it's funny because here's the thing,
Can
right?
we just have the monsters fight?
That's my thing, though.
No one talking. Nobody talks.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. When the monsters, like, for example, Kong, right?
Yeah.
When he was talking to the baby Kong, they never were speaking words.
True, yeah.
But a lot of the actions you imply, like, oh, I know what they're talking about. Or, like, when the monsters are, like, puffing their chests up, so they're banging their chest, they're establishing dominance.
He angry.
Oh, he angry as hell. Shit's about to go down.
Oh, he angry as fuck.
You know what I mean?
Buddy hungry.
Like,
He's like seemingly like,
dude,
he's
yes,
putting in his mouth
yes,
and
bro.
shit. Oh, he hungry.
And then
Got
like
it.
when Scar King was like whooping Kong's ass and he does that, like he starts fucking laughing. You're like, oh shit, he's mocking this motherfucker.
'Cause he got a tooth. He got a missing tooth.
He's laughing and shit. Like, we don't need these exposition dumps from fucking civilization people from Hollow Earth, or the bitch just being like, look at these drawings, bro. It's like, they just look like stick figures. You stupid bitch. It says that 1,000 years ago, a meteor hit the earth. Where are you getting this, bitch? Where are you getting this info?
Funny as fuck.
Where are you getting this info? Bro, literally, they had to.
Funny.
It's because they needed a way to, like, have the human characters find a way to like know all this bullshit. And literally I feel like they created this whole side plot of like the ancient civilization people and like how they led them into the fucking cave and all this bullshit so that they could exposition dump us on who this fucking orangutan was and why he's got blue eyes and why those apes are, because the whole thing is like Kong doesn't have a family, like his apes, his people were wiped out. Oh no, they're actually underground. This is not spoilers, by the way, guys. This is all shown in the trailer. They're all actually underground. They're being ruled by the Scar King and blah blah blah, and he's got blue glowing eyes. And it's like the audience doesn't know what the story is, so they had to find a fucking plot device reason to get the human characters to explain to us who they are and why what happened. And the only way to do that is to elaborately just bullshit a side plot story of them going to Hollow Earth, meeting across the civilization people. They took them to the cave and blah blah blah, and it's like, what the fuck?
It's just, here's the thing, man. They just try to add complexity to their universe and story, right? To where it try to build off of it, try to expand it. The issue is the way that they're expanding it is not really interesting at all. It's just kind of like, all right, I don't really care this much. Let me watch monsters fight.
But not only that, bro, it's not interesting because it's so over the top that you're like, are you guys just doing too much? When is enough? Like, when is it too much that it's like, okay, bro, like, really? Now we're going to, like, an ancient civilization people living in Hollow Earth. You mean to tell me there's people, humans like us, who no superpowers or nothing? They're people
just living down there,
in another dimension inside our Earth that's dominated by monsters like King Kong and Godzilla and shit is already a stretch. The fact that they fucking talk to each other telepathically through their minds, it's like, bro, we're doing too much. This is not the MCU. Stop trying to be like them. Why are we doing all this bullshit? Like, that's just too weird to me. Like, what was the
Oh, and
point
they have like special like crystal like weapons and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
like,
that.
and all that other shit? And I'm just like, what the fuck?
We never see them get used, by the way.
We never see them get used or like understand what it is.
Yeah.
Or what they are.
Right.
So yeah, it's just I don't know. I think it's obviously the writers had to come up with something because okay, guys, listen, man, we can't do all this CGI, right? Like we gotta save a little bit of money. Let's add some characters in here, add some complexity. Let's expand the universe so potentially we can make another movie. But the thing is, it's kind of over the top and it's not really, and because it's over the top, they think, oh, dude, this is gonna get people. Like kind of like a gotcha moment, like, whoa, there's people down there. No
Let me
fucking
find
way.
out more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like, yo, they talk telepathically. No fucking.
Like,
way.
that's fucking raw,
Yo,
dude.
those spears. What are those made of? Like they try to do that. They try to make it so over the top so people could be interested, but it kind of does the opposite. We're like, all right, bro, like really, like what's going on here? What is all
This is
this?
too much all at once.
Next up, we're gonna find out these motherfuckers like fly and shit, like you know, or get superpowers from the crystals or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I
They
was
suck up the
honestly.
energy.
I was honestly
Or they
waiting.
can shoot out crystals.
I was waiting for them to pull some bullshit like that. No, like, oh yeah, if we all just took, if we all just, yo, everyone, oh man, Godzilla and Kong are getting rocked. Everyone touched the crystal, they turn into Titans.
No, you don't need fire. Shit. There's there they come. The Titans right here. And then everyone's freaking out. The lady's like, no, we prepared for this. And guess what they do, bro?
What?
On some Power Ranger shit.
No.
On some Power Ranger shit. They built like machines and shit, and they like
Oh,
they build their
my
own
God.
they build their own Titan, bro.
Out
And
of-
they're
out of-
inside
out of the
they're inside
crystals.
controlling
Yeah, yeah.
on some Power Ranger shit. What
Oh
are those
my-
called again?
The
Megazords.
What are they called?
Megazords.
Oh, Megazord?
Yeah,
That was, I
bro.
told them Megs.
What,
Hey,
what-
Lo-
what's the Power Ranger saying? Like, oh, Power
Go,
Rangers.
Power-
No, like
Oh.
Power Rangers, metamorph or some shit. Or- don't they have like a saying? I forgot they have.
I thought it was
forget what
different
it
every
is,
show.
bro. Like when they're
when they're
dinosaurs
yeah,
come
when they're
together.
morphing and stuff. Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
Oh fuck, dude.
My Day Morphin Time?
No, it's
No.
not that. Like it was a saying where they would it's morphin time. That was when they Power Rangered up.
Oh,
He's talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
when their dinosaurs got
Got
built
together.
Yeah,
into
yeah,
that
yeah, I
big
know
ass
what you
kaiju robot
Yeah.
thing. I forgot what it was called.
What
Yeah,
if they
I
did
don't
that
remember.
shit, bro? That would have been crazy.
It was made out of crystals.
That's what I'm saying.
They're made out of crystals and they're
Nah,
fighting down
man.
there, but there's some things where I think it could have been a lot cooler, but it's in the spoiler section. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's just not really interesting. It's kind of like what I've said. I definitely understand how it could be over the top. Me personally, bro, yes, it was over the top for me, but I also kind of I wasn't really interested, bro. Like with the characters that we had.
And honestly, as far as like human characters, Trapper, the guy with the accent, he was probably the best one. He was my favorite.
Oh, is that the vet one?
No, that's
He was the guy, the vet.
The vet. That's what I said.
Yeah, the vet. The guy that was like fixing Kong's tooth. or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
He
Oh,
was
I
the
can-
he was the funniest one.
I like
he was
him
the one,
and the other guy. The
The
last
podcast
movie.
guy?
Yeah, the podcast guy.
He was okay.
I
I
liked
mean,
him
I feel
too.
like his overacting was a bit much. I'm like, listen, bro. Like,
on some MCU shit.
we have a pod and we don't be geeking out like this shit, bro. Like, we don't be acting weirdos
know.
or shit. We geek out like, oh shit, we're at Comic-Con, but we're not acting like you, bitch. And you're a grown ass man. But anyways,
That's correct.
I can forgive the actor though, because he's the
My
voice
bad.
of Miles' dad in Spider-Verse, so that's cool.
Oh, no.
But I mean, other than that, man, monsters, human element. What else should we talk about? The action scenes.
Oh,
we
we talked about that. Let's talk about the overall pacing, man. What y'all think about the pacing movie?
Every time
this-
humans were on, I was bored.
This movie felt like, how long is this movie?
It's
by the way?
almost 2
believe
hours.
it or not, it's 2 hours.
This bitch felt long as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
This bitch
An
felt
hour
like,
55.
This bitch felt like Killers of the Flower Moon.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Really?
Or maybe I'm okay. It's a hyperbole, right?
No, I know.
I know
But
what
like
you
this bitch felt long though. Like by the time like we're at the part where we're getting the part with not Godzilla, Kong's like hand situation. I'm like, damn, we're barely here. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
what
yeah,
the fuck
yeah,
going
yeah.
on here? Like,
Yeah.
we gotta
When he gets his
speed it up
fucking,
a little bit.
when he gets his power glove.
I think for me, it was just a
Yeah.
mix of a lot of things. The fact that the fights were nothing new to me. The fact that they weren't doing anything with Godzilla. The fact that I didn't really care about the human element. And the only part of this movie that got me intrigued was when we were developing Kong and seeing more of his side. Whenever we got into the civilization ancient shit, yeah, it was intriguing, but then you lose me because I'm just like, I go back to where I hate this part of me where I think realistically, I was like, these motherfuckers can't survive here, bro. Like, there's no fucking way. Like, you'll
funny.
die. The average lifespan with these people is probably 25. Like, get the fuck out of here. But nah, man, it was a bunch of different things where the pacing just felt really just lackluster, and because of that, you get disengaged a lot, and the movie feels longer than it actually is. And it sucks because I think they should just make a movie where it's just like, again, make it an hour 30, and it's nothing but just Kong and Godzilla. I swear to fucking God, just do that.
Yeah, man, and just like they don't gotta talk English or
Maybe
nothing
just a
like
better
that.
like subplot, bro. Like just a better subplot.
Just make it more
That's
simple.
true.
Like that.
Better-
This is a franchise where shit doesn't need to be super complicated like Dune or fucking Star Wars or fucking DC and Marvel. It has to be simple. The Japanese Godzilla isn't that fucking complicated.
No.
It's
Then
very
again, it's also
straightforward,
not over the top.
and it's not over the top either.
It's not like dealing with the interdimensional worlds.
That's true. Like I'm saying, it's
and
its own
titans
thing.
and shit.
It's you know where you're going from beginning to end, and you're intrigued because of it. It's just very simple. And this shit just tries to be complicated more than it actually should be. And
Yeah.
it
And the
sucks.
frustration is by being complicated, it's trying too hard to take itself too serious.
Mhm.
But you're just like, I can't take you serious because there's people talking telepathically, bitch.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I
we
know
don't
what
How
you
the
mean.
fuck is that?
Oh, and they can
serious?
understand us though.
Yeah, oh yeah, they can't
And they
understand
don't-
us
They
Yeah.
can understand us.
But they can't speak English, but they can
Yeah.
understand what we're saying.
Yeah.
because of
The
because of their
fuck?
power. Yeah.
And it's like, bro, what? Like, yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, this movie, I feel like what it suffered most when it comes to the human element, when it comes to the subplots, when it came to even the monster fights, like, they just tried to do too much, but, like, not add anything new to the fire, I guess you could say. Like, to me, it's just like, I don't know, man. I feel like I had high hopes. Like, I even was hoping the monster fights were cool, and they were cool. But it's like, man, I wanted to see more like wrestling moves. I wanted to see some more like cool
Yep.
shit like go down. I don't know, man. Like, I had more fun seeing Kong and Godzilla fight in the last movie and shit. Like, I felt like I saw way more shit go down. Fucking Kong is armed with a fucking axe, and
And
like
he didn't really use it.
he
Yeah.
barely uses it, despite that axe coming in clutch quite a few times in the
Yeah.
last movie against the King of Monsters, against fucking
Mhm.
Godzilla. But yet he barely uses the axe here, and
this-
it's
yeah, he
like,
doesn't really use it.
so I'm just like, bro, I
And when he
don't-
does, it's off screen.
or some shit.
Like that whole lake sequence thing. Like he uses it, but we
Yeah,
don't see him use
but my
it.
thing is
it's
just
off
like,
screen.
what the fuck, bro?
Mhm.
Like, I don't know, man. To me, I just kind of like, I don't really care, bro. Like,
I think the point you made where it's like, bro, this franchise has to go like Fast and Furious, which I have my feelings about
be
that franchise.
self-aware
Aware.
of your fucking like genre and what
Uh-huh.
people are coming in for, and lean into that.
Yeah.
How about don't have the characters exposition dump on us, but rather just have us
Mhm.
focus on the monsters a little bit more
Yo,
and
what the
shit
fuck
like
do
that.
what does hieroglyphics mean? Like, it looks like a weird ape? No, bitch. 10,000 years ago. There's a meteor that crashed. They're like, how do you not see that? It's like, what the fuck, bitch? That was kind of funny, bro. That was kind of funny.
It's funny because I think she says like I somewhat understand it, and she's able to read the whole thing. And I'm just like,
And
what?
there's
You
no
just
words or
see-
nothing.
There's
It's just
nothing here.
fucking. It's just stick figures
Oh
and
my
shit.
God.
That's
It's
actually
like-
funny. That was actually funny.
It sucks off because this is what you said that exposition dumps here. That's what happens in Avatar: The Live Action. Does that a
I
lot.
remember you told me.
It
Yeah.
does that a lot.
shit.
Yeah, bro. It's one of those things where like it has to treat the audience stupid. Like, oh, the
Yep.
audience are dumb as hell, man. They're not gonna know what the fuck going on. So we need a character to exposition dump what's going on because the audience is dumb. And it's like, no, we're not.
There's another movie that did that, Hav, that we talked about that. We didn't like. I forgot what it was.
exposition dumping.
That did that. We're like, okay, something happens, and we're like, okay, cool. And there's a character that just repeats what just happened. And he's like, okay, we got it. You know? I forgot what movie that was.
I forget.
I
bro.
forgot
Was it
too.
recent?
I'm
This
trying to
year?
Remember. I think it was not this year.
Oh,
It
then
was
I don't
last
know.
year.
No,
like
then
back.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
It was-
know.
I forgot what it was. But okay. So okay, what was that? Okay, I guess the plot. Do you want a synopsis on the plot real quick?
We
Like-
basically broke it down already,
that it?
man. That was the plot. Is
Oh,
that
yeah,
they
you're right.
joined
Yeah, you're
forces
right.
against a greater evil that wasn't even all that fucking
Yeah, you're
threatening
right,
and
you're right.
underwhelming.
You're right.
But that's really what it was. As far as the human element, what are they doing? They're just kind of there, prowling around with civilization,
Nothing new.
hollow Earth people, and it's like more unfunny comedic
That's
moments.
true.
One standout character.
What did you think of? What's her name? The main girl. What did you guys think of her?
Like the main chick,
The
She was
mom?
in-
The mom.
the
yeah.
mom figure.
Yeah. What'd you think of her?
She
I
was in
think
the
every-
last movie. She was just again like in the last movie, just generic. She was just kind of like
just like everyone else.
she's
bro.
kind of just progressing the plot on the human side of the thing.
Because she's like the main character.
yeah,
She's the main character.
and she was
plus,
in the last movie.
Plus the other girl. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in the last movie too. I mean, same thing, bro. She was just kind of like whatever. I'm just kind of like, all right, cool, like whatever. She's just there because the contract she signed says she has to be there. I don't know what else to tell you, bro. Like, she wasn't all that more interesting to me. Not even the little psychic bitch. Like, I just cared more about the vet, and that was it. He was the funniest one. He had the fucking badass soundtrack. Motherfucker was a Star-Lord carrying around a Walkman playing songs from the 80s. I was like, all right, I can get with this shit. And honestly, I thought I wish I could see more monster fights going down to like Kiss and shit. Like, to me that was just like, oh, this is cool, this is fun. Like, this is the movie being self-aware, knowing that people are here for monster fights, but you know what, just to kind of like, fuck it, right, whatever, balls to the wall. Let's just add like 80s rock music in the background, you know, just for fuck's sakes, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the movie leaning into like that cheese and like being self-aware of itself. But then like it starts doing all this other extra shit, and it's like, nah.
Yeah, I really wish Scar King really had like powers or something, or like.
Yeah,
actually,
bro.
like, more badass.
My thing is, like, you mean to tell me he doesn't? But yeah, Godzilla has atomic breath and that fucking EMP like bullshit. That one where he like does that, like, you know what I mean? And like, they're still getting rocked. I'm like, that's crazy. Granted that he has that.
And there's never like a part where he. Is this spoiler? I don't think it's spoilers. Where like Scar actually had Kong like on his knees, like almost dead.
Yeah, or something.
There's never moments like that. So there's never like that tension that you had. Oh my god, like he's actually raw.
He's actually the shit.
And that's I can now understand why he needs Zilla, bro.
Right.
But no, it's nothing like that.
That's
it's
what
just,
I'm saying, though.
Yeah, man. It's fuck, bro. Okay, is there anything? Okay, we talked about the pacing. We talked about the monsters. We talked about the human.
I feel like we've talked about everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure we don't miss anything.
No, there's nothing else.
I think that's pretty much it, man. We can't really go. We're gonna go into more details in the spoiler section, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, with that being said, what you guys want to go with the ratings?
Yeah. I'll go first.
Go ahead. Aaron.
For me, like I said, I was looking forward to this movie. I was looking forward to the monster fights more than anything. I knew the human element was going to be stupid. Did I think it was going to be this stupid? True. Hell no. That exceeded my expectations for the worst. The monster fights I was looking forward to, and yeah, it was cool and entertaining, but like, unfortunately, I thought it would be cooler than what I've seen before, but it just kind of feels like a rehash of what I've already seen. The lack of Godzilla bums me out, but that's fine. I can always just pop in Godzilla -1 and be happy with the world.
Facts.
The humanity that they added on Kong was interesting. Baby Kong was kind of just there for toy reasons because Walmart and Toys R Us need to stay in business. The plot itself was just kind of like... The plot in of itself was kind of whatever. Scar King was underwhelming, and a lot of the just third act fighting bullshit is just shit that you've seen before. If you want to see badass fight scenes with monsters, just rewatch the fight scenes from Godzilla King of Monsters, the second Godzilla movie, and Godzilla vs. Kong. Those two movies have monster fight scenes that are better than this one. Unfortunately, I was looking forward to, if nothing else, I was looking forward to the monster fights being cool, and even they just kind of underwhelming. And I left this movie being like, yeah, man, like, I don't know, man, I movie was feeling like a 6 or something. But then after like talking about it and like discussing it here on the pod,
No way.
I'm gonna have to put this at a 5.
Whoa!
Wow.
To me, this is a 5 out of 10, bro.
Crazy.
This movie is just kind of like, meh.
That's crazy. You know, I mean, I guess I was just on the high with the whole monster shit and like how good the world looked, the CGI looked, and then I just didn't really take account to the characters because that's how unforgettable and like I didn't really care. But obviously now talking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, we did have that, huh? Like, you know?
Yeah.
So now I gotta definitely include that. So with me, dang, 5 hot, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I know.
I wasn't expecting that from hot, bro.
Me neither.
A 5, bro? But low-key, I could kind of see his reasoning, man. I definitely could kind of see his reasoning. Either way, I still enjoyed this movie. I still enjoyed it for what it was. It's definitely not the greatest out of the MonsterVerse. Dang, that's tough, bro. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with... Dang, I've said a 5. It's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I think it's solid. I think it's solid for, like, monster shit, man. If you fuck with monsters and stuff... It's cool. Check it out. It's not the greatest or anything. You couldn't ignore the whole human aspect. I don't, really care. But strictly on monsters, we got more of. That's a plus. The CGI and the world itself looks really cool. It's actually dope as fuck. So I think I'm gonna go with a 7. I'm gonna go with this.
Wow,
You changed it, huh?
That's a positive review. That's a positive.
You dropped your phone like 3 times.
That's like 4 times, bro. You gotta put a case on that shit.
For real, man.
No, that's my fucking pocket. I'm gonna just put it here.
What's it called? That's crazy, bro. So 7. That's a good movie.
We're hot.
I thought it was good. I mean, I thought it was good. If anything, I enjoyed it a lot after I saw the movie because I'm like, yo, bro, low key, man. I was just like amazed about the monsters themselves and the CGI and everything else, I'm like, yo, this is actually cool. And actually, those scenes that we get with the vet, right? I had fun with this movie, and I thought it was solid. I thought it was like, you know what, this is actually pretty solid. I wanted to say it was the way I was thinking of it. It was the same as the other movie, the last one that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
But then you reminded me certain points that I'm like, oh shit, you're right. I did forget that happened in that movie, and you're right. It was the same. That's the problem, man. I can't remember these movies, man. It's been so long ago. I don't know how you remember them. How does he remember this shit?
I don't know.
So because of that, I'm like, yeah, you know what, bro? I got to lower my shit, bro, because I remember. Like, you're definitely right. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because I don't think the movie's bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it's solid. But I don't think it's up there like at 9 or whatever the fuck.
Right. I don't know, man. That's crazy to me. I just thought this movie was kind of mid all around.
I wasn't expecting.
That's crazy because like there's people that I saw on my Snapchat like posting stories.
Yeah.
That they went to go see it 10 out of 10.
That's crazy. No, 10 out of 10.
I knew it wasn't going to be.
Nah.
But I was like,
that's crazy.
I was like, I knew it was not going to be. But then when I saw it, I was like, I didn't think it was going to be this.
Well, to be honest, what I've caught myself is. Well, I mean, I guess you were always kind of like this, not for me though. When we weren't even doing this pod, I always kind of like was very lenient with movies. I was all right, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Kind of like with Danny.
Yeah.
Kind of how Danny is, right? But ever since we started getting into the pod, and actually I've seen like a lot of like the most movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I actually seen like good movies. Then now I'm more like aware. I'm like, okay, you know what? Yeah, this movie isn't that great. Because I've seen so many movies, and I've seen good movies, and now I kind of understand how you are, because you've seen so many movies, you've seen good movies,
right?
And you know how to make a good movie, and it's kind of like you could finally actually kind of critique. I'm not there at that level where you're at, not yet, because like I've only been doing this for like 2 years now.
2 years,
shit, bro. Like the most movies I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, I think that's what it was, and. I don't know. I completely forgot about the other movie, how similar it was, and actually some fight scenes in that movie was actually better in this one.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
So yeah, I completely forgot about that. I remember about the whole mecha shit. That shit was cool. But yeah, go ahead.
And you know what's crazy? What? Now that we're bringing that up,
oh yeah,
Godzilla technically had more powers than Scar King because he had missiles.
Yeah, dude. You know what? Dude?
He had missiles and fucking machine guns.
I might have to lower my shit.
I'm telling you, Hector. You said a 7, girl. That's crazy.
Because I liked it though. I wouldn't watch it like how to explain this. Like I wouldn't go ahead and pop it in. But like if I was like at someone's house, I was like, oh, we're watching the guy. All right, cool. Why not? I'll go ahead. Let me just let me fuck around, I guess. But low key, you're right, bro. You're right. Scar King was like, what the fuck was?
But Mechagodzilla had more shit. Then again, he was a robot.
Yeah, he was a robot.
But he had missiles and all this bullshit. Like his fucking like his whole torso could turn. I get it, right? But it's like
let me keep thinking about it, man. I might have to lower my shit. Bro.
All right, Mario. While he's thinking, bro, what's your score? What's your final thoughts, bro?
I mean,
because we're at a 5 and a 7. That's like the most polarizing shit I've seen since Silent Night.
Oh yeah,
that's facts.
But what about you, Mario?
I guess Hunger Games too. What'd you give Hunger Games?
Well, Silent Night was more recent, but that too.
Yeah,
I gave it like a 5 or something.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for this movie, I mean, the fights were average. The humans were poor. The only good thing I can really say that I really did like was, like I said, was the expansion on Kong's character. Everything else kind of just felt the same. I think the pacing in this movie is the worst pacing out of the franchise. Out of the movie.
That's also really true, dude. I don't know. I'm tweaking, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, with all that being said, I mean, Hav kind of said it perfectly when he was describing why his reasoning. I don't think I'll go that low to a 5 because I don't think this movie is average. I just think this movie's okay, and because of that, I think I'm gonna give it a 6. I think it's okay.
I see average as a 7.
Average is 5 to me.
Average?
Mm-hmm. No, average is mediocre. 5. Yeah.
Well, average and mediocre, I feel like to me mean 2 different things.
It's the same thing.
Really?
They're synonyms.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I see them as different.
No, it's actually synonym. That's why mediocre. That's what
I know that yes, but
an average is medium. The medium.
Really?
Yeah. It's a synonym.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. What the fuck? Wait, I actually want to know what he thinks it is, bro.
What did you
are we wrong?
No, I've always thought that too.
No, but are we wrong though? Like, could he be right and we're the ones fucking up?
I mean, I grew up my whole life thinking like average and mediocre.
Average is the medium.
Yeah, average is the medium. Yeah.
Yeah, mediocre.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I mean, you're not gonna get an argument out of me.
I'm gonna look it up, man.
All right, look it up.
Are we tweaking here?
But I mean, yeah, like I said, man, I think this movie is just okay. So I'm gonna give it a 6, man. But like I said, I don't blame you, Ha, for giving this bitch
Damn,
a
bro,
5.
5, 6, 7. Well, actually, Hector said he was thinking about it.
You know what's crazy? He was gonna give it an 8.
Yeah, mediocre. Look, so right here. Look, mediocre means average.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck. Wait, okay. So what did you think?
I thought average just meant like average was like, yeah, it's like it's okay, it's passable, it's good, it's 7, a 7,
Then what was mediocre?
mid or mediocre. Or, yeah.
No, Hav.
It's the same shit.
Mediocre means average, bro,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and mid. So now you
Yeah.
know. The way we have it in our rating scale, at least how I have it, motherfucker. I know how this
5 is
motherfucker-
mediocre, 6 is
Yo,
okay,
all his
7
reviews
is
were lies, bro. he has to go back. He has to go back and see what. Like, oh shit! You know what? I should probably.
Yeah,
The way we have it, right? It's because it's from. We have it as like a 1 to 10, right?
Right.
5 being the middle.
Middle.
So that's mid. That's average.
Yes.
That's mediocre.
Yes.
That's where we have it. Then 6 is
okay.
is slightly above average.
Right.
Which is okay, fine, passable, fair. Right. And then 7, I have it as good.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then 8, it's a great.
Great.
9's
excellent,
amazing.
10
10's
masterpiece.
Right.
Right. The Batman. That's how we have it.
Yeah, that's how I'd be
Oh,
going by.
but
That's
he
how I'd
just
be
said-
going by.
No, but wait, but he just said.
I
think
know
it's
what he
average,
just
so
said,
it's
yeah.
7.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, right. Yeah,
So
I'm like house 7 average.
Okay, so do you think? Okay, I'm assuming based on your logic, you think it's this movie's below average.
I always thought of it like that.
Because you thought average was like a 7, but since you gave it a 5, so you think mediocre meant below average. So what your real rating is probably a 4
Probably, yeah.
because
I
it's
still-
below average,
Right.
below 5.
Well, I guess because I got my definitions mixed up. I still feel like it's a 5.
Okay, so you still think it's average?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still feel like it's middle because at least I had some fun with the monster fights
Okay.
and the veterinarian guy. But like everything else about the movie was just kind of like
That
whatever.
shit was funny. That's funny, bro. So I'm wondering, like, damn, like, you gotta go back.
Hell no.
You
My
gotta
shit's
go.
straight, bro. My shit's
man.
fine.
You gotta go back and see what the fuck he messed.
So what's your new score? You said you were thinking about it now.
Oh yeah,
a 5 or what?
That'd be.
But I know, but listen, here's the thing, man. No, but you're right. The whole with the human shit, right? The pacing, man. This bitch felt long, bro. Right?
But it's an 8 though. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I
Hector
told
was-
him I was like, you was gonna give it an 8. I'm like, that's crazy. I would not.
Bro,
give it
I guess the reason
Dude,
why.
putting it at an 8 is like up there with Late Night with the Devil and Dune.
No way. No way.
Yeah.
No.
It's not up there.
Then
Late
why?
Night was 10, bro.
I understand, but like
Late Night was
right
10.
now, at where we're at in the
Well,
year.
because I was thinking it. Because from what I remember, I thought it was a lot better than the other movies. I thought this was like the better movie. But that's from what I remembered. But then you reminded me, no, wait, there were the scenes with Godzilla and Kong in the last movie were actually better. That's the thing I forgot about. Because I'm trying to remember it because it's been so long, bro. And not only that, this is the most monster shit that we've seen. So I'm like, yeah,
true.
it's a plus, bro. I fucking like that.
Right.
That's why I was thinking, oh yeah, you know what, yeah. But after all this, man, I think it's slightly above average, man. I thought it was fair for a monster if you fuck with MonsterVerse shit. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the 6, man. I'm gonna go with the 6.
6.
I'm gonna go with the 6. But no, Hav. I mean, no, you technically it's a 4.
No, I still think
Because you thought mediocre was below average. You thought mediocre was 5, right? Is that what you thought it was or no?
Yeah.
And then you said average was 7.
Right.
So that means in your logic, mediocre is below average.
Right.
So that means you probably would give this a 4.
Right. No, but I'm saying I guess I got my definitions wrong because I
Oh.
still
Because
feel
now
like
he
it's a
knows
5.
it. He's like, all right.
Oh, now that you know what it is,
Yeah.
you think it's average, an average film. Like
Yeah.
mediocre. Okay. Oh, interesting. So what about? Okay, does this change anything with the Madam
No.
Web?
No, man,
No.
it was still like a 1.
Okay, that's funny.
How about Silent Night?
Silent Night, I give
Oh,
that
yeah,
one a
Silent
7.
Night.
It's still a 7.
Which is good,
Which is, yeah, it was a good movie.
but at the time, to you, it meant average.
Yeah.
So that means
Means
Silent Night's a 5.
Yeah.
That means Silent Night's 5.
Yeah.
That's a dub.
That's
That's a W. That's a W. That's a W.
I know.
I didn't know, bro. This whole time, I thought he was in our shit.
I know. Me too.
So I'm like, what the fuck? Silent Night 7's a good, bro?
yeah.
But no, technically for him, he thought it was average.
average. Yeah.
No, I thought it was good. It's good.
What the fuck? Didn't you
Because
just say?
I thought average meant good, but now I don't.
Oh.
Well, no, what the fuck?
You thought
this
average
shit right here is this shit is slower than the pacing in the movie, bro. What the fuck?
You thought average meant good? That's slow. Fuck you. What are you talking about?
What did he say? I was laughing.
Did you hear him?
No, I didn't hear him.
He said that this conversation right now is slower pacing than the movie.
Nah, get the fuck outta
Motherfucker,
here.
you
Nah.
bitch. You thought average was good. You thought average and mediocre were two different things. That's slow as fuck. You should wear a helmet. Fuck you. You got me fucked up, dude. Anyways, man, fuck. We're not even in the spoilers.
I'm gonna say, but we're not even in
bro.
spoilers.
All right,
Look
we
at
gave it a
the
6. We give no.
Well, I gave it a 6.
All right, we're giving it. Okay, Mario and I giving it a 6. Hive's sticking with 5.
5.
I'm
Yeah.
sticking with the
You got
5.
that down?
Yeah, I brought it
Okay,
down.
cool. Because we don't want to let last time, man. I can't do this.
I got all of them, bro.
Mario has one job. Mario has one job to keep track of our ratings for the end of the year.
And timestamps,
And
bitch.
he's like, I got nothing, man. I can't do this. I can't do this shit. Man.
Bro, we're not even a minute into that first pod, bro. Remember he told us that shit?
That was funny.
Oh
No, we talked
my
about that.
god, bro.
Okay, but you got it, right? We're good.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, yeah. All right, so now we're on the same. Okay, we're on the same program, guys. We're good, man. We're good. Okay, so now with that being said, guys. So recap. That's a 6. Mario and I gave it a 6. Javi's sticking with a 5. Oh, should we say is it worth a movie ticket?
I'm gonna say no.
Nah, wait for streaming.
Wait for streaming.
You know what's crazy? We wanted to see it in Dolby, didn't we?
I think it would have been cool just because
No,
a lot
because it
of
looked cool, man. Like that's
Yeah.
the plus, man. The CGI was good.
Oh yeah,
And that
but just
bitch.
because we go see it and something doesn't mean it's worth that.
yeah, I know.
We have to
guys.
actually watch the movie to be like, oh, it was
Yeah,
worth
yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, you're
But
right.
no, it's not worth the movie ticket. Wait
Just
till it's on
wait. You could,
streaming.
you could wait. You're not gonna die if you don't see
Yeah.
this shit. But a lot of people loved it though. That's crazy.
I know. I saw the audience score. I'm just like, really?
What was the audience score?
Yeah, what was the audience?
It was like 92.
Yeah, get the fuck outta here.
Whoa.
It's the
What about
90s.
critics? You know,
It's like 55.
Yeah,
Seems about right.
We're more
Yeah.
with the critic side.
seems
yeah.
about right.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, seems about right, guys. But honestly, if I didn't do this podcast, I probably would have given this bitch like a 9, bro.
Probably. Yeah.
Like if I didn't experience like really good movies and stuff, like because I never like Elvis was like a movie I would never like seen, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest.
Right,
Until
right.
until we're doing this pod, and you're like, bro, we should go see it, and I'm like, yo, that movie was fire.
Right.
Killers of the Flower Moon was a movie I wouldn't see.
Really?
No, like, bro, if I wasn't doing the pod, I would not see that.
I would never, bro. Fuck
would
no.
not
Really?
see
You guys
that.
wouldn't see
Fuck
that?
no.
That's a movie I would not see, bro. I'd be like, especially if I found out how long it was, I'd been like, bro, fuck that.
No, I get
That's
it.
true.
No, now you
You know what I
explain it.
mean?
Yeah, I get it.
But because of the pod, I'm open to like all these different good movies, and it's like, dang, bro, I get it, man. I get it now. I get it. But the Batman's number 1, by the way. It's completely random. That's completely random. That's a 10 out of 10 right there.
That's
girl.
facts,
I
girl.
go, fuck,
That's
girl. But okay, so guys, that's the end of our spoiler. No,
This is probably our longest non-spoiler. What do we
That's
at?
our non-spoiler section.
We're almost at an hour.
It's fine. It's fine. So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen, guys?
Is that me and Hector
is-
are gonna kiss each other, and then
Oh
we're gonna get
my
into the
God.
What's he
non-spoiler.
on
spoiler.
What the hell is he on about?
I don't know. So okay, so guys, in the spoiler section, we're just gonna go over the things that we had issues with, things that they could have changed, because there's a lot of things that happen in this movie. and we're
Talk
not
about
gonna-
the shit that the trailers do not show.
exactly right, and we're not gonna go like from beginning to end because
Yeah.
it's gonna be too long, especially because
Almost
we already
at an
went.
hour.
Yeah, we're already like an hour, guys. So understand, right? Okay, so now thank you guys so much for listening. If you're gonna stick around for the spoiler section, we appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know why I said thank it. Just thank it, guys.
Just thank it.
Just thank it. But yeah, okay, we're jumping into the spoiler sections in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We're in the spoiler section.
All right.
All right,
What do you want to go over
section.
first?
No.
All right, so
Oh,
let's bring out Scar's secret weapon that made him so
yeah,
OP,
yeah,
right?
man.
Let's talk about this.
So his fucking secret weapon, because they were bringing him up to be like the worst fucking Titan of all, and like he's
Yeah.
powerful as shit. The teaser trailers, the marketing, everything. A new hierarchy of the monsterverse is coming to the like. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's funny.
And then he comes in and he has no powers. He just has a fucking chain whip, and it's like, oh, that's it. And like, well, what else has he got? And it turns out that this motherfucker has this pet fucking Titan, this crystallized Titan that comes fucking out, and he like, because he's powered by the crystals, this Titan can breathe ice and shit. And it's like, that's his superpower, whereas like Godzilla has the atomic breath, that fiery shit.
Yeah.
This
He has
other
like a frost breath.
he has like a frost breath that like shoots out ice and all this
Yeah.
other shit.
And what I told you, this seems more of like in the family region of like Godzilla.
And a
Looks like
part of me,
Godzilla.
hey man, when I saw that fucker come out and he's got crystals on his back, I was like, no way, this Because if I ever talked about the MonsterVerse,
Yeah.
I always said that it's like a fuck it, right? Like a fuck it, balls to the wall, why not type of situation. That I wanted to see Space Godzilla make an appearance.
Oh, wow.
Which in the old school like Japanese Godzilla movies, Space Godzilla is a Godzilla from space who's much bigger, beefier, and like just an overall giant compared to regular Godzilla who has fucking crystals on his back and shit. So I was like, fuck it, right? Just like, why not? Us Godzilla from space. These movies are already ridiculous anyways. Let's have, like, we already did Mecha Godzilla, the robot Godzilla. What's crazier than that? The Godzilla from space. And you would be essentially pulling lore from those old school Godzilla movies into the modern day. You know what I mean? So part of me would be like, fuck it, right? So when I saw that fucking thing come out with Chris, I'm like, no way, that's Space Godzilla. And they don't call it that, nor like they obviously give it like a Titan name, like, oh, it's called the something. I forgot what it's called. But like, you know how like typically what like movies would do is like they'll call it the scientific name, and someone would be like, some like side character would be like, he kind of looks like a crystal Godzilla, like what is he from space?
Yeah,
And that's like the Easter egg. That's Space Godzilla. Like, not someone didn't even do that. So I'm gonna go on a limb here and say it was not Space Godzilla, but it did look like a. I can even pull up a picture, Hector. You're gonna lose your shit, bro.
It's even on its fours and shit. Not like Godzilla.
It's not on its. It's exactly.
It reminded me of like one of those dinosaurs. What are they called, bro? The ones on the fours that had like the tails with the.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It did look like
called.
that. It did.
I forgot what dinosaur that
This
was
is Space Godzilla.
where their tail has like a mace on it or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I was.
What the fuck?
That's Space Godzilla from the old school Godzilla
That's
movies.
crazy, bro. Look at those shoulder pads, bro.
Dude, that's what I'm
Shoulder
telling
crystals.
you. Look at this shit. He's from space. He's got crystals on
That'd
his
be cool.
back and shit. So I thought
Yeah,
that's
no,
what
that
we
wasn't
saw, bro, but it was not.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Obviously, it doesn't look like that, but I thought maybe it was like a modernized version, like a
Right.
reimagined. You know what I mean? But no, yeah, it was not him.
And obviously this pet thing, I guess. Yeah, that shit. I don't know what it's called.
It's complicated. I'm not gonna lie to you, Hector. Look at that.
An ankylosaur.
An ankylosaur.
Ankylosaur.
Some shit like that. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Or that, or the one with like a big head, like the shield-looking type of head.
Shield.
Tyrannosaur.
No.
No.
Fuck.
I forgot what it's called, bro. I saw it in Dinosaur Train before.
What?
Dinosaur Train. You know Dinosaur Train? Do you know what Dinosaur Train is, Mark?
If I remember it correctly.
From was it Disney Channel? It was a kid show. Dinosaur Train. Dinosaur Train. No, no, it's a kid shit. It's a kid shit. Don't worry about it. But okay, so yeah, that's a secret weapon,
And he
right?
busts that shit out.
And he controls it with like this crystal that he has.
A crystal that, like, in a very lazy way of explaining it. It's like, oh my god, it uses that crystal and it uses its pain to shoot out that frost breath.
Yeah, or like just.
And it's
controls
like, but
it
like,
and shit.
how though? Like, did that crystal? Because he has crystals on his back.
Yeah.
So it's like, is that crystal part of him? Like, does he still
right.
feel it? Does
Yeah,
the
we don't
nervous
know.
system still feel him like fucking around with it, or does it really explain it? He just kind of holds it out, roar, does his fucking little orangutan growl, and then the fucker shoots out its breath, and it's like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, oh, so you mean to tell me this motherfucker, all these skeletons and skulls that Scar obliterated, you mean to tell me was not really from him? It's from this fucking little pet ice monster that he has. That's what's doing all the damage. And if we fast forward to the last fight scene, the monster that does the most damage against Godzilla and Kong is that fucking ice monster. So you're just like, what the fuck, bro? And so that's where I was just like, nah, man, Scar was not it, bro. This motherfucker was all talk, no play.
Yeah, because most of the times that he like hurt Kong and shit is when he used that motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
Like he only used, and he had that crystal at the end of his skeleton, his spine whip.
Yeah, that
shit.
Yeah, exactly. And it's cool how he uses it as like a knife. Like how it like wraps around someone's arm and then he pulls it and it slits through, like, you know what I mean? That's cool. And I would have liked to have seen him use that crystal as like a knife shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like a, like there's like a weapon where it's like a chain, there's a knife at the end of it, and like people be whipping it and shit.
Oh yeah, I know
all
what you
over.
mean. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I would be cool to see
Oh, like
him use like
nunchucks?
no,
Kind of how you move it like nunchucks.
yeah, but it's literally just one long ass chain. It's a
Yeah.
long ass one with a little knife at the end. And
Oh,
you grab
yeah,
it on
yeah,
one
yeah.
hand, You grab the other one
And
like
you fling
this.
it.
Yeah, and you're like
Yeah.
flipping it like this, and you can like throw it and shit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like if you're
That'd
gonna,
been cool.
if that motherfucker, if Scar King's gonna do a 2v1, that weapon would be like like all over the
Yeah,
place,
yeah,
be
that would've
cutting
been
them and
sick.
shit or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, okay, cool, but like he barely ever like the biggest thing you see, and it's in the trailer. The biggest thing that you see it do is when it wraps around the top of that building, cuts it off, and throws it against Kong.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that's when fucking Kong just
punches
punches
it.
through it. And me and Hector, bro, we had the same exact thought. We looked at each other, we're like, bro,
There's people. in there.
Those people just got-
motherfucker just flings it, punched, and Kong just punches it, bro. Like what the fuck?
That was crazy,
Like,
dude.
Fuck off, bro. That shit's crazy as fuck.
That's funny.
But
Okay. Now the biggest surprise in the movie. This is the one that I was.
wait, before we get to this.
Oh,
hold
shit.
on. I actually want to say that while they were fighting up there, fucking Godzilla was fighting that other Godzilla type shit.
The ice monster.
Yeah,
funny.
like
Okay.
it was not really a 2v1. It was a 2v2.
Well, that's because the trailer didn't show that monster was going to be in the movie.
Yeah, but to be, I'm like,
They only
I
teased
don't know,
it.
man. Like, fuck that. Like, we didn't really need that, bro.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
yeah.
They should have just kept like Scar King to be the actual
Exactly.
villain.
Have some power.
And have him
have
give
the
some
power.
have him
shit.
have some like
Okay, better yet, have his powers and have that shit on him.
SOP.
SOP, bro.
Right.
And that's where that. Yeah.
And
bro.
also, like, I get making him an orangutan. Like, I get you have to make him another species than the gorilla and a dinosaur.
Yeah.
But my thing is the problem with having Scar King taking the model of an orangutan. Orangutans, bro, have a big body,
Yeah.
but really skinny legs and arms.
Yeah.
So even when Scar King, I don't know if you noticed, when he tries to stand straight, he kind of like. He's
like
unbalanced
wanky,
and
yeah.
shit, and he walks like fucking like our old coworker from our old warehouse job, bro.
Oh my god.
That's how he be walking, bro.
I remember.
And my thing is like, how am I supposed to take you serious if you can't even stand straight, bro? How are you gonna like? I'm supposed to believe you're in a 2v1 Godzilla and Kong, and that's when he busts out the fucking ice monster, and I'm like, there's your fucking there's your
crutch.
yeah, like there's your fucking like you're fighting. There's your army right there. It's like that's why you want all these skeletons and all these skulls on the ground. No wonder, like, because this motherfucker frostbites you to the fucking death, and you're done for. And it's like that motherfucker just sits on his throne, like, in the fucking shadows and the
bro.
silhouette,
That's
acting crazy and shit. And it's like he's the big bad, and the exposition dump lady fucking like he fucking rules that fucking place, and he wanted to take power over the earth. Really, that motherfucker wanted to take over the world? How? How? What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
With that shit, man.
Yeah, right, bro.
Like
Fuck
Harry Potter,
no.
bro. He be
flinging that shit,
flinging
bro.
that shit, bro. Commanding that other fucking
No, bro. Fuck
that pet
bro.
thing, or I don't even know what the fuck it was.
I don't
bro.
even know, bro. I'd rather fling around Hermione, but that's
Hey,
neither
yo.
here nor there, bro.
Yeah, I want to fling around. I want to fling around Hermione, bro. That's crazy, bro.
But yeah, dude, I was like,
That's crazy.
I honestly think just like overall, bro, I just felt like they should have done more with Scar King, bro. Everything that he
Yeah.
did was just like everything was
Or like,
done
is
for
there like a
him.
different type of monkey that like could have been more badass than him being super skinny and like lanky?
I mean, I don't know, man, because they
I
already
don't
have
know, man.
because like all the apes are like apes, right? They're like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I guess I don't know. What would you consider Kong? Is
He's a gorilla.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But because like the only reason why I don't think he's a gorilla is because to me a gorilla is King Kong, the old King Kong movie, the one with Jack Black's in.
Okay.
The one where he's like he gets taken to New York and he's like in the
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower. That to me is a gorilla. Like the model that Kong has, more like I don't know. It's not quite gorilla-ish. It looks more like a different
Oh,
type
yeah,
of
I got you.
species. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? Like he looks like a different species.
Because he doesn't
than a
have
gorilla.
that. He doesn't have like a super big head or whatever.
Yeah, or like that really big body. He doesn't really like walk like with his arms down and shit. Like I don't know. To me, like I see King Kong, the
That's
old
like a
King
what,
Kong
like a-
movie. That's a gorilla. This looks more like a different ape species.
Okay. What if Scar was actually a gorilla?
a gorilla like King Kong.
Yeah, bro.
That'd be fire.
But like,
Oh yeah,
But
he
he
is
actually has-
right. Yeah, you can see the two differences right here. Look.
Look, see that to me looks like a gorilla, and that's Kong from the movie we just saw.
wow. Just looking at this motherfucker looks better.
Thank you,
Yeah.
dude. King Kong's model looks better
Yeah.
than that. Honestly, bro, you
I don't
compare
know,
them.
I don't know what the fuck. is
Kong
going on
looks like
there.
a bitch compared to King Kong.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, King Kong looks raw. He actually looks like a fucking gorilla.
That's crazy.
Dude, if they would have kept that model instead of this puny ass motherfucker, oh my god, that shit would have been raw.
Yeah, he looks. The OG King Kong looks way
Looks
better,
fucking
bro.
raw. Now imagine if Scar King was that
That'd be cool.
with
bro.
the fucking whip shit, without an ice monster. And he had powers, like an atomic breath, because he has the same blue eyes as Godzilla. Okay, an atomic breath, but maybe it comes out of his eyes.
That would have been sick as fuck,
dude.
bro.
That would have been a
That would've
much.
been sick as fuck.
And you see why I give this shit a 5, dude? Because like the villain was nothing compared to like what the.
Have him a different color. Have
that
him,
too.
Maybe have him like either with the red fur or maybe like white. Or
Yeah,
some shit.
or something.
Like
yeah,
something like that.
that's what I'm saying. That's why like the potential of what this
Because
what
like
the
here's
villain
thing,
could have been.
what they could have done is have him is another gorilla like Kong. Cool. He's a different color. His hair's different. Why? Because he got hit by something that gave him his powers that changed his appearance or something.
Sure,
Like
yeah.
some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd
since
been
we're gonna throw telepathic
Yeah,
civilization
right. Why can't we
people-
do that?
Yeah,
Like this scene right here in the 2005 in King Kong movie is better than any fight scene in this movie. Remember this scene?
Yes, dude. Yeah, remember that scene, Hector?
Yeah, I remember when he rips his fucking.
When he fucking
Mouth?
snaps his mouth wide open,
Dude,
and
With the
shit?
T-Rex. I'm
Look at
talking
King
about that
Kong.
scene, guys.
Yeah, that's King Kong. Yeah, bro, that's way better.
I'm telling you, that's a gorilla.
That's
like what
way
Kong
better.
is, bro. I feel like it's
What
a
is
different
he?
species.
What is he, bro?
I'm guess he's a gorilla, but like to me,
Why
like,
is he standing? Like he's standing normally. Like
I get it, right? Because he's got to like,
Yeah.
because Godzilla walks on 2.
Yeah.
But I mean that, bro. This is my King Kong. That's my design. That's the one that I always attributed King Kong to, bro. Yes, dude.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
fire.
that shit. It looks
Yeah,
like
it's a lot-
fire.
It's a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And
That's
so
crazy.
like for me, I just thought like if it was like that kind of gorilla, if that was Scar King, I could see the threat. He's bigger physically. He's just way bigger. He's got that fucking whip shit. If you give him a power, he's
a wraps.
super OP, bruh. I could believe him being the ruler who wanted to take over the world, but Godzilla humbled him and punished him down underground. Like, all that exposition dumb bullshit that we learned. I would believe it more if that was the Scar King. If his design was from the King Kong movie from like 2007, 2005. Wow, yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. Like then I would understand it. I would believe it. Also, funny enough, the 2005 King Kong movie, I actually rewatched it a couple years ago. It was on Netflix. First of all, it's over 3 hours.
Fuck.
wow.
I
Oh,
never
yeah.
remembered it was that long. And second, the CGI still holds up, bro. The CGI in King Kong actually does hold up in 2005. It's pretty good. But yeah, man, I wish that his design was better. I wish he was more of a threat because his threat level came from his fucking pet than himself.
That's true.
That's why I'm like, the villain was underwhelming. I thought this motherfucker was the shit. What was all these posters and all these teaser trailers like alluding to? He didn't really do shit.
I guess like another thing that could have been cool, like if they wanted to. Another thing that could have been cool is maybe have a couple of the apes, couple of his what do you call it? Like his army,
Right.
go up to the surface with him. And I was like, holy shit! It's just a bunch of apes destroying shit. And then
Fucking up Brazil.
Godzilla's out here, 1v6 on these apes, while Kong
Yeah.
is focusing on the orangutan, like something like that to make it a lot more memorable. Other than it's 2v2 up in the surface, and even the way he the fight scenes, it's just man, there's not really memorable shit. Kind of like that movie. That movie with the whole dinosaur scene, like that's memorable.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that in this movie where it's memorable besides
Even in
that
-1,
suplex.
there's memorable scenes in -1.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Like
true.
that. Oh yeah, the only fight move in this movie that was memorable was that suplex. And that was with
Yeah.
Kong. That was with Kong and fucking
Yeah,
Godzilla.
actually,
Yeah, bro.
And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And I guess okay, fine. The other one was to me it was memorable because it was funny, where like he wraps his chain shit around the building and he
Yeah.
rips it off and then
Yeah.
Kong just punches it. Like that shit was funny, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, what the fuck? Okay, so I mean, was there anything else, Mario, that you want to talk about again?
villain?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys covered it, man. This guy's just underwhelming. They used him
there-
wrong. And now it makes me worry because, like, how the fuck are they going to use future monsters, titans?
Yeah, for real.
Ape or not, like are they just going to feel like just another placeholder? Like, you know what I fucking mean? That's my worry. Like, if they bring in your Godzilla, the alien one, imagine if they
say
used them like this.
that's-
You'll probably give that bitch a 4 or 3 because you want that to happen.
What do you
Wait,
mean?
what?
Like the way they use Scar.
Oh,
Imagine if they
were to
use.
treat Space
Oh,
Godzilla the
like
way they
that.
treated this motherfucker.
And I'm like, you would probably give that bitch a
I'd be
3.
way disappointed.
Yeah.
Especially because like I've been pioneering this shit. Like
Yeah.
ever since Godzilla King of Monsters, where we saw that there are other Titans out there, and then we found out like, oh shit, King Kong's in the same universe as this shit. Oh shit, it's like a cinematic universe. Like I was like, dude, Space Godzilla would be funny. It would be funny as shit. I feel like it wouldn't happen though, because like that's too absurd. I feel like they're trying to be a little more somewhat realistic. Then we got Mecha Godzilla, and I'm like, okay, so it's possible because they're kind of reaching. Now we're getting telepathic civilization people, and it's like, okay, Space Godzilla is like,
In play.
yeah, bro. There's no way they're not gonna. That's too unrealistic, bitch. Fuck you. What the fuck you talking about?
Okay, the other cool shit that you're gonna talk about, then I cut you off.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that we see a returning monster. This monster was in the previous movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember.
I don't remember.
I remember.
You remember it, Mario?
Yeah.
Hector doesn't. Well, actually, did you even watch the second Godzilla movie? The one where he 1v3s?
Dude, it was fire.
It was fire.
It was
I saw it in
fire.
theaters. Did you ever watch that?
I don't remember, bro. Probably not.
Okay,
you need to
so
watch it,
he
bro. You
eventually,
like it.
in that movie, he fights a dragon that had 3 heads.
Yeah, bro.
I've seen that before,
bro,
but I can't remember.
The
Okay,
introduction to that motherfucker.
Dude, that movie's fire. That movie's
Yeah.
fire. Way better than this movie.
Yeah.
You would have more fun watching Godzilla, King of Monsters than this shit.
I think
But
it's on Netflix.
it was. I don't know if it still is.
I can check.
Yeah, check. But anyways, Mothra's back, y'all. Mothra makes an appearance. She comes back after supposedly, I only saw that movie once, bro, in theaters.
Okay.
And I remember it was fire. But I don't remember, like, what happens, per se. I know that Mothra, like, dies or some shit. Like, something happens to Mothra where she just kind of goes away. I honestly thought she died. I can't remember what exactly happened to her, but I knew she was just gone forever. So then we see that she gets reawoken by the civilization people, and she basically comes in to aid the monsters. But even then, as cool as it was to see Mothra back, even she doesn't really do that much.
That's true.
In fact, in the last Godzilla movie that we see Mothra, where I thought she died or whatever happened to her, we thought it was going to be a 3v1. We thought Mothra was a bad guy, but in the lore, like in the old school Japanese Godzilla movies from like the 50s, Mothra was a villain who turns to be a good guy and helps Godzilla fight someone else. And then this modernized MonsterVerse movies, they actually lean into that. Godzilla and Mothra become friends. In fact, Godzilla fucking dies, bro. He gets his ass rocked.
Wow.
He gets his shit rocked and actually dies, flatlines. But then Mothra, I remember now, Mario. Mothra lays on top of Godzilla and does some weird power shit that revives him, but she like disintegrates. So it's one of those things where like, did she give
sacrifices.
up her to give him life, and he comes back, and with Mothra's power, like with Mothra doing that revive bullshit, gave him another superpower that Godzilla has in the old school Japanese movies, which is like this EMP, just like force field shit where he just like charges up, and it's just like that boom, that bullshit that comes off his body.
We see that in this movie.
We see that in this movie. He
Yeah.
does it for the first time in that Godzilla movie, which is a throwback to the 40s, 50s Godzilla when he had that power too.
Okay.
And he gets that shit because Mothra revives him. He straight up flatlines. He gets his shit rocked by Ghidorah, the 3-headed dragon. And then he gets revived, and he has that fucking EMP shit. And dude, in that scene, he's covered in lava, so it's all red. He's all fucking like his glowy shit is all red. He's fucking fire. So I was
So,
like, oh, so she dies,
what's-
she disintegrates, but then she
Yeah.
comes back. There's no explanation as to why or how. But not only does she come back, and it's kind of like nostalgia, like, oh shit, Mothra's back. But even she doesn't really do anything other than spitting spider webs over on monsters and shit. Remember that?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. To me, I'm like, oh, cool, Mothra's back. But like, what did she do?
What's the lore
She
behind it?
she united them. Remember how?
Like-
That's what she does.
Oh, that's
That's her point in the story.
right.
She's
I
the one that makes them
guess.
team up. But like even that is like, bro,
They
that's
could
the
have
whole
just
reason.
met up. They could have just met up.
What's the lore behind her? Like, because I heard that she's what the queen of monsters and shit.
Be-
Or like, what the
yeah,
fuck?
they
What's the
call her.
deal?
They called her the queen. Just
Why?
because I think because she's also like just as OP as Godzilla.
Really?
Maybe less because Godzilla's the king.
Because we didn't really see any of that though.
But in the last movie, she does
She was
more.
OP?
She did more shit. She does more shit in the last movie. And I think also because in the lore, like, I'm not sure if it's a romantic relationship between her and Godzilla, or if it's like they're like,
That's crazy.
or if they're
Hitting
just
it. That's crazy.
either that or if they're partners in arms. But either way, they're given those titles. They're given. I'm leaning more towards that she's the queen because Godzilla's the king, and they either have a connection of some sort, whether it's like a purely friend connection or if
Yeah.
it's a relationship. But they do work together. In
Yeah.
fact, Mothra came in clutch helping Godzilla out when he was fighting the 3-headed dragon. So, but she is OP, and she doesn't have like
Okay.
shit. Just
Yeah,
in
'cause
this
we didn't
movie,
see- yeah, we didn't see that
she
much.
was just wasted, bro. And that's where I'm like, really, like Mothra's back, but like she barely did anything. She wasn't even in the last fight. She wasn't even up there. She was on the. She was down in Hollow Earth with the humans.
Saving them. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I thought she was gonna come in and like
Yeah, because I
help
guess
them out.
so. Their civilization down there worship her.
Yeah,
And they're like they worship her, and I think the girl, I forgot her name, bro, but she ends up like summoning her, and that's how she ends up becoming free or something.
Yeah,
And she-
how?
I don't know. They
Yeah,
don't explain
exactly.
it.
They don't explain. They just
She
show
goes-
her unleashing.
Yeah,
her.
she goes up to the surface and like reunites. They're like basically kind of tells them, "Hey, chill, boys. We got to
Right.
We got
something in our
business to
hands."
take care
Then
of.
Godzilla was like, "Oh, bet. All
Say
right."
less.
And Godzilla listens because he's like, "What the fuck, Mothra?"
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
Why you here? Yeah.
Because like they were friends in the last movie. I guess he just kind of like. But again, you see how like you understand what the fuck going on without words being said. Like we don't need humans exposition dumping us how the monsters feel about each other and like their rival. Like we can clearly see it. Like we're not as dumb as the movie thinks we are. That's my other issue is like the exposition dumping and like the human characters just being there to kind of like baby step the audience towards the plot. And it's like, but we're not dumb. We get it. Like, you know, we understand the rivalry. We understand the beef. We understand who's friends with who and who don't like each other. Like, we get it. We don't need you to read stick figure carvings and giving us the whole lore of like Scar King and shit. That was another thing too. But yeah, man, I feel like Mothra was wasted. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it was cool seeing her back, but I'm like, eh.
Maybe she'll appear in like future
So
shit.
that movie's part of the canon. The what you said in the what is it? The King of Monsters.
Yeah, all of it. Every Godzilla.
That's part of the like this universe.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Godzilla.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
and it's a
didn't
good
know.
movie, man.
It was, dude. It's way better than this fucking movie, dude. King of Monsters was fire. I'd probably give that like a 9.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
fire.
fire,
Deadass,
dude.
bro?
It's
Dude,
good,
hell
though, bro.
yes.
The introductions to
Fire-ass
all the
fucking
monsters
movie.
there, bro, are fucking insane.
Even the human characters weren't even
That bad.
irritating.
Yeah,
They
that's
were not
true.
even irritating. They were actually like, oh, okay. Like Millie Bobby Brown, like 11, right? She was kind of like, why is she here in the last movie? But in King of Monsters, she kind of had like a purpose. She actually had like, oh, I get it. Like, I get why she's doing all this.
I forgot she was in that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's in that movie.
she's in the King of Monsters. That was her first appearance.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
But when she
I
came
forgot.
back for Godzilla vs. Kong, I'm like, you feel less relevant into the plot and the story than you did in the last one. That's why I didn't really care.
That's so weird that she's not even in here anymore either, right?
I mean,
Because
Right,
eventually-
right.
didn't they try painting her like a main character and shit?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know whatever happened, scheduling conflicts or something.
That's
Maybe
so weird.
She decided not to come back.
Yeah.
She just came out with that new movie Damsel on Netflix, so maybe she was filming that while they were filming this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be whatever it is, bro.
Interesting. We didn't really need her though. We're fine. I mean, there's nothing that she could have added
To
that
this
would-
fucking movie?
Yeah.
Hell no.
So
Hell no.
okay, and so yeah, we get the full fight scene, right? Baby Kong ends up helping out, being a Robin. Has the axe.
Barely does shit.
Yeah, he has the
Then
axe.
again, he's small. Like,
Yeah,
what is he?
that's
What
true,
could
yeah.
he do other than like bring Kong his axe that he left behind? That literally
Yeah.
was the only thing he
Yeah,
does.
he brings Kong's axe. He breaks that crystal shard or whatever, and I guess he's
Yes.
no longer being the other Godzilla-like motherfucker is no longer being mind controlled,
Yeah, the ice monster.
and ends up. Oh, he ends up saying, "Man, yeah, you're right. I'm not mind control anymore. Fuck this guy." He ends up freezing Scar. Scar's frozen. Godzilla just slams him in the ground, and he
I
gets
wish-
into pieces, man.
yeah,
That's
I
it.
wish his death would have been cooler.
Yeah.
If this truly was Godzilla and Kong, I would have liked to have seen the death involve both of them.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
You know
But
what I
no,
mean?
it just, if anything, man.
When I saw
Godzilla
when I-
wasn't really fighting
when
Scar.
I saw the ice monster shooting its frost breath towards Scar King, I was like, oh, let me guess, Godzilla's gonna shoot his breath too.
That's what I was expecting. I was
And-
expecting like some Kamehameha shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it's
right?
like
Dragon Ball
no,
shit.
And it was like no, and I'm like,
That would have
oh.
been a cool.
And then
that
he
would've
just
been
and then
cool
he
as
has
fuck.
him frozen. I'm like, oh, what if he just crushes his hand and like cuts his head off, like type shit, like, you know, because like he's frozen, it's cracking his arms or his
Yeah.
hand, I mean, in his grasp. What if he just like just cuts his head off, but like he just slams him,
He just slams him.
and I'm
he
just
gets
like,
into
really?
bits.
That's it,
Yeah,
dude.
and-
I'm telling you, everything that like you think could have been underwhelming happened. It's
Yeah.
like they wouldn't do that. It's not cool enough. Oh wow, they did it, and I was right. It's not cool enough. That's how I felt about a lot of the monster fights. Honestly, it just makes me want to put in Godzilla vs. Kong and just watch them fight in Tokyo. Dude, that fight scene was fire. Dude,
Yeah,
it's
it
funny
was.
because the director of the movie actually said that fight scene between Godzilla and King Kong in the last movie, Godzilla wasn't even fighting Kong because, well, he was fighting him because, like, yo, you're another Titan. I sensed it. You don't belong here. But also, Godzilla admitted, like, the director was like, Godzilla in that scene is toying with Kong. He's toying with him. He literally is just fucking around with him. He literally throws him around buildings, and there's a scene where the camera zooms in on Kong and he laughs. He's laughing at
Oh, wow.
Kong. He's just fucking with them. Then Godzilla or Kong, I think like gets one clean shot on his face, and Godzilla's like, "Oh shit, this motherfucker's business." And that's when the fight actually starts. But dude, like I was like, that's crazy. Godzilla is really my goat. He really laughing at your face right
Okay,
now.
but if it was Kong from 2005,
Oh,
That would have been a much interesting fight. I'd have been like, oh,
bro, it's a rat. Because I think isn't that Kong bigger than this Kong?
I have no idea.
yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
The 2005 Kong, I think it's a bit bigger.
And then fucking
Then this
Godzilla
one.
is just himself is like wider. So I feel
Yeah.
like body wise, they would be same height. They'd be
Yeah.
the same like everything. That'd be
But like
that-
imagine, and it would have been even better like if he stood up, like, because like he's always on his
yeah,
toes.
hell yeah.
If he stood up, it would have been one of those moments like, oh,
Oh
shit.
shit, he's
Yeah.
getting serious. Yeah.
In which case-
yeah, that's raw. That's raw.
Let's go.
That's actually raw.
cold as fuck.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, we didn't get that, boys.
No, yeah, but like I said, man, these fights, bro, just made me want to put
well-
on Godzilla versus Kong and just watch those fights. To be honest,
Yeah. So I mean, okay. So after his death, after they obliterate his bitch ass,
the movie ends very abruptly.
I was about to,
Dude,
that's what I wanted to get into.
It like sprints to the end.
So after he kills them, right? They go their separate ways.
Yeah.
Fucking Godzilla goes into that back with the
To the
Coliseum
Coliseum.
to sleep or whatever.
That's his bed. That's his bed.
That's his
yeah.
new bed,
That's
right?
funny as shit, dude.
King Kong and Little Kong, they go back into the Hollow Earth
They
with
free
the
the-
pet, with the pet shit, and still treating him like a pet. He be on him and shit, like whatever. And then they go back to his people, the other apes. They do like a typical, look at them, they're up in the hill. They do the scream
The
shit,
roar.
the roar. Everybody else is like roaring, or actually, I don't even know if they're roaring. They're probably just like, oh shit, W.
Yeah.
Scar's gone,
Yeah.
and then
Black screen.
black screen,
Yep.
credits roll.
I thought there would be like
I'm
some
ready to
little.
roll it out.
I thought there would be like some little setup, like just like something
No,
more.
that's just how it. No, it ended that way, man. That was
Yeah.
that was it. That's just how that ends.
And I was like, really abrupt ending? Oh well, I mean, I'm assuming because there's an end credits. No.
Oh, we don't even know
No
what,
end
what happened
credits.
with.
Oh,
the,
I
what happened with the
wh-
human people?
Oh, we don't know.
We don't know. They stayed down
No,
there.
I was gonna say when I was googling.
They stayed down there.
Yeah.
We didn't see them go out.
Oh wait. Well, I actually hold up. Now I know what he's talking about.
What happened to
The podcaster and the vet. I assume they're leaving because it looked like the mom and the kid looked like they were staying because of the line they said where it's
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
wherever you are, that's where I am. And I think the mom's like, all right, I'm gonna stay down here with you.
Oh yeah,
But,
'cause the girl did.
Which means the next
Yeah.
movie's gonna have more civilization bullshit.
If we get it,
Who's gonna be the big bad?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. But apparently, when I was googling if this movie had a post-credit scene, it also said that the director or some shit like that said that throughout the movie there's Easter eggs pointing or hinting at what the next movie is going to be if apparently it gets approved. I didn't see anything. I'm down with you.
Yeah, what the fuck? What does that even mean?
I don't know, but apparently
That
there's Easter eggs
Yeah,
in this
apparently
bitch.
the director like
The ice monster turns on them.
Maybe
probably not that.
Probably
but like,
not.
Probably
but
like ice shit.
I mean, there's-
Godzilla gets ice powers. I
I'll
don't
be.
fucking know, bro.
I don't know.
Actually, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Wait, so he said that it dropped Easter eggs and hints?
Throughout the movie. Yeah.
Throughout the movie, they could piece together what could be the next movie.
I'm trying to think, like, what could it
Well, they're Easter eggs. We maybe have to like actually pause something and oh shit, look at that. Like probably something.
the
like that.
fuck, bro? I'll have to look at that.
Yeah.
I'm honestly gonna Google it because I saw nothing. Usually, what they do, bro, is that there are no post-credit scenes
Yeah.
in any of these movies.
Should we do that? Actually, do you want to do that now? Is see what we could find now live
Let's see.
Easter eggs or some shit? I
Fuck
don't
it, bro. Because the thing is, Hector, if you remember,
something,
all
or-
these MonsterVerse movies, Kong, Skull Island, the Godzilla movies, Godzilla versus Kong, there's no post-credit scenes. There's not like a scene where people are
Oh, yeah,
talking.
huh.
It's usually just like newspaper reelings of like
Mm.
shit that hints what the next monster will be.
Oh
It's
yeah.
always like
You're right.
pictures and like that's what it is. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna see like
we didn't.
the silhouette of a monster. I'm gonna see like or like a comet from space is about to hit us, and it's like you know what I mean.
Space Godzilla.
Exactly. I was waiting to see like shit like that. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like the newspaper reelings. It's gonna be like all the bullshit. But like,
Or
no,
like,
man.
Yo, Sarge, the seismic scale is going out of control. It's like what? It could be impossible. Scar's been down. He's asleep. Blah blah blah. It's something else. Just have it at like black screen. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
There's a cliffhanger ending.
Godzilla coming soon or some shit. I don't fucking know, man. But that's true. Anything, Mario? Did you find anything? Probably not, bro. The movie just came out. People gotta.
Still watching.
Yeah, people gotta watch. People gotta, we gotta let other people do the work and find the Easter eggs.
For real.
I guess one thing we could talk about, man. This bitch had nothing to do with Monarch.
Oh yeah.
The show.
Like, what the fuck? I was kind of expecting something with the whole distress signal. Have mentioned it. He's like, bro, distress signal. What if it was what was his name again?
Lee.
Yeah, what if it was Lee, bro? I'm like, dude, that's a really good guess, Hoff. Let's hope. Nah, it was nothing.
It was Civilization people.
It was just it was nothing, man. So, what the yeah, that kind of sucks, man. I kind of wish that maybe the characters from Monarch sprinkled in somehow or something, man. Maybe Lee was found in, maybe when they reached the civilization, like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, what are
I
you
was
guys do-
waiting for
like,
that.
Like, what was like, what the fuck is here? And then we see Lee with them. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, who are you? He's like, oh, I'm the one who made the distress signal.
Yes, that's
Like,
what I'm
something like that.
Yes,
bro. Oh,
bro.
that'd be cool.
Yes.
But nothing, bro.
And it's like, how else would they know?
Yeah.
How else would the Civilization people knew
yeah.
that the distress signal, that Monarch was going to reach them, unless someone who worked for Monarch knew that they would read it?
Exactly, bro.
That would have made most sense, but no, bro.
No, they didn't do
He's
shit.
not even in
All
here.
right.
We
I'm
didn't
just
even
like, bro, what the?
Did they even explain how they made a distress signal? Like, I don't even get it. I don't even understood that. How the fuck did they reach out to him?
Something about a crystal. They were using a crystal or some shit.
Oh, the two crystals that were like about to hit each other or some
No,
shit?
that caused
was
them
that?
to go over to the surface
Oh, yeah,
world.
you're right, yeah.
No, I forget what it was exactly. This movie was just forgettable, bro. I don't even know, bro.
All right, I got.
Anything involving those stupid ass silent people, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm like, damn.
Apparently,
Sign this.
apparently, it's some power called the Kiss of Death to Skyla. Calls back to 2014. That movie. Stomping on the mural in Rome. This is a Reddit post, by the way, Reddit thread.
Oh.
Stomping on the mural in Rome. Wingard says it's a -1 homage. Cliff dive. That cliff diving scene where when Godzilla's cliff diving.
Yeah.
Is
shit.
straight from Godzilla versus Megaurus. The stomp finishing move attempt on Kong from Godzilla versus Kong 2021. The pink/purple beam ripping through the city of Scar King is very much like Shin Godzilla.
Ooh.
I see another one where it's
Okay, but these are Easter eggs, like referencing other movies. This is not Easter eggs. That's hinting. of the other
There's
movie.
one thing that here maybe Javi knows. I'm assuming because he looked this shit up. One podcast episode is called Planet X. On the horizon, is that
Planet
hinting
X.
at his shit?
Space Godzilla.
Planet X.
Planet X, bro. Actually, I'm just talking like this. I don't know.
Planet X is the invasion of the Astro Monster.
Oh,
is it? Who is it, Hoff?
Hoff.
X.
Who is it, bro?
Planet X is the home planet of the Zillions, is the main setting of the space battle between Rodan, Godzilla, and King Ghidorah in Invasion of the Astro Monster. Planet X is the first location outside Earth which kaiju are shown to visit. So maybe they go to Planet X. So other than...
Space Godzilla's there, girl.
Shout out Reddit.
Yeah, bro, I think.
That's all we got, boys.
Zillions? Okay, so...
Zillions.
That's the name of... Oh, no way.
What the fuck?
More human characters.
Oh, that's what those zillions are?
Yeah,
I thought they were
bro.
aliens. No, they're just normal ass humans. They've come to invade.
They're
us.
fake humans. But they are silver...
Scrolls.
They're silver
Scrolls.
They're silver reptilian humanoids in their true form.
What the
Ah,
fuck?
okay.
That's interesting. That would be cool, though.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Why not? I
So
think
maybe
you might
that-
be right, Hoff. Hoff called it out. It's going to be a 10 out of 10.
For real.
You know what's crazy, dude? It's
But
funny
they barely use them.
because Hoff was so hyped for this movie. And the fact that he, like, left out disappointed, 5, bro, that's crazy, bro. I feel bad for him.
What if
bro.
Monkey Man's a 5?
No
That'd
way.
Be, that I would be very disappointed.
Damn.
That'd be great. Monkey
That'd be
Man at 5, bro.
crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna turn into a monkey if it's a 5.
I'm gonna turn to a gorilla, man. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna take down,
Oh,
take
no.
down Scar myself.
I'll be the gorilla I
We
want
practically
Kong to
could,
be.
Loki.
What?
We could have taken down Scar.
Hell,
Yes, motherfucker.
for real.
For real.
That's crazy, bro. Well, I mean, we covered.
That's the only thing I can really
yeah,
find that quickly.
Okay, that's pretty much it then.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how the movie ends, guys. It just ends just like that. We don't know what the fuck happened with the human people, man. I guess they escaped. Maybe they stayed down there. We don't fucking know. But is there anything else? I mean, I think we pretty much covered everything, boys.
I see, yes. Right now, I'm just trying to look for, like, that next villain
what are you
shit.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's everything, Hoff?
Yeah, as far as I know, I
What about
said
you,
my piece,
Mario?
bro.
Yeah, I said my piece too.
Okay, guys. Well, I think that's going to be the end of this review. Sorry, guys, we didn't really go super in depth from beginning to end. It's just that there's a lot that kind of goes on, and to be honest, it's we already said a lot in the non-spoiler
Non-spoiler.
section. But yeah, with that being said, just a recap real quick. Hav gave it a 5. Mario and I gave it a 6. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for listening. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.
Peace.
See ya.